Hello everybody, this is That's My Pizza with some more Langrisser mobile gameplay. And today I will be spectating and basically shoutcasting the match between Newbie and Valbar for the top 64 of the Summit Langrisser mobile tournament. So I hope you enjoy my commentary and I hope you enjoy the gameplay. But in any case, let's dive into the boxes. So let's go over Newbie. Newbie is a very rushy player. Looks like he has a very rushy box. Pretty much no tanks. Like the only unit that can guard is Poliao, and then he picks up Werner first, which is very interesting because it doesn't look like Valbar is really using a total comp. In fact, he has, I believe, four healers, one tank, no, two tanks. So nothing too out of the ordinary. Like Valbar probably will end up picking a tank here, because if he doesn't, he'll just lose it. And yeah, so I'm kind of interested to see what Valbar is going to do. Yeah, okay, so he picks up a tank. So then he's probably going to end up picking up a damage healer next, unless they get banned, which I don't think I really agree with that ban, because essentially what Newbie did is essentially he banned out one DPS and one healer, so he's trying to inch towards doing like a threatening Valbar with a double healer ban, which I think is going to come in too late in the game. Plus, okay, so Valbar picks up a healer here, so that's very interesting. So that pretty much frees up Newbie to just start banning out DPS and like utility units, because now Valbar will be left with, oh wait, he has 3 healers. No, he has 4 healers. So yeah. So Valbar's going to be probably left with 2 healers at the end, so he's going to be running 2 healers against a team full of assassins, which is not great, because it looks like pretty much all of his units can be assassinated pretty easily by Newbie. But I think what Valbar is running is the Shrine Maiden's Kaguya, and he's just going to kind of tank through all the assassins, which I think that'll work, because I've had some issues dealing with that. So I think the main issue right now is Newbie probably wants to pick up some AoE to make sure that he can't, Valbar can't fully just Valbar can't just tank everything. That would probably be a good idea to ban out more healers, but that's really up to Newbie. In any case, so Yanni goes down, and I think Newbie would really want to pick up Poliao here, since it'll give him a lot more rush power and a lot more follow-up power. And yeah, Poliao gets picked, so not terribly surprising. And then, interesting. So Iron Blood is picked up, and yeah. So what I'm saying here is Valbar is probably gonna try to more or less just try to turtle far in the back, so he can survive a hit from Newbie. While Newbie is probably just gonna throw all his units in all in succession to pretty much finish off Valbar, and I'm pretty interested to see how that will go, because Newbie doesn't really have any speed boost that he can really exploit besides the speed boost from Epsilon, and it's a pretty easy to predict speed boost, so I'm kind of interested to see how he's gonna do, what skills he's gonna put on Epsilon here. And then what else? Valbar, yeah, his playstyle is fairly straightforward. This Kaguya is probably going to have Shrine Maidens on it, because that's basically what all the Kaguyas I've seen have been running. Yep, Shrine Maidens. So let's kind of just get a sense of what's going on here. So single target, pretty much all single target from Valbar's DPS. Leanna has pretty standard stuff, same with Lightbringer. Azusa is running her just regular skills. She won't be able to break those soldiers very well. And then Epsilon is running his Shadow Stealth skill, which I'm not a huge fan of because there's just so many. Like, if Valbar was running any AoE on his team, then he could just ignore it. Also, Yanni is an AoE, so that he kind of needs to keep his team away from her. And then Warner, pretty standard stuff. Diehard, I'm pretty interested to see that he didn't bring Devotion, because then he could have powered up Poliao, but then again, Poliao gets extra attack and defense from her 3C, so it's kind of not necessary. Oh, he could have also buffed up Azusa as well and got all that stuff as well, so yeah, I'm not too sure if bringing Sneak Attack here would be what's the best idea. Anyways, let's see what's going on. It'll be really interesting to see how Valbar is going to move his tank. Is he going to try to push up further, or is he going to just stay further in the back? Because Poliao's 3C actually decreases in range as time goes on, so that is kind of an issue. And also, is this a... Okay, this is a 5-star Poliao as well, so interesting. Okay, so what I'm kind of interested to see what happen is how Newbie will be using Poliao, because Poliao is probably the key for him to actually bust any, like, most of these DPSs. Like, Kaguya will probably be an issue here. Oh, and then... Okay, that goes down. So... Let's see how Poliao can move. So, she can move 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, she's in range. So, what I think will happen... Yeah. Newbie's gonna have to be very careful, because this Iron Blood will be zoning this Poliao for the most part, and she'll also kind of be zoning the Azusa, though I think the Azusa is pretty much safe from Iron Blood at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's kind of hard to judge the distance here. Whatever. So where is the Yanni gonna throw this down? Because I'm pretty sure this is a Reflect Yanni, so if Warner goes in, he's probably just gonna die, or pretty much any assassin, to be honest. So yeah, it's gonna be really tricky for Newbie to actually get a good trade here with his current setup. Huh, this is curious. Okay, so he stuns the Iron Blood, which isn't a big deal, to be honest. So I think what he might try to do here is... Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that act again was... Oh, that's a fine act again, to be honest. Though, Diehard can probably get in, because now he has 12 range now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Oh. And that's a very daring Warner. Bye-bye, Warner. Unless that's a... Nope, that was Strike Stance. So, Warner is traded for Iron Blood, which... A great 8 trade for Newbie, to be honest. And Poliao takes a good amount of damage here. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious if he could have thrown in Diehard earlier. So, he was here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, wouldn't have been able to do it. Yeah, and that's a dead Iron Blood. Yeah, and like, I'm kind of thinking if he wanted to do that, could have thrown Poliao right there instead. Hit these two, and then would have opened up a gate for Diehard to actually go in and hit the Iron Blood. Yeah. So there goes Poliao's first life, and then she's gonna probably die to Kaguya next turn. So yeah, this will be interesting, because Diehard probably can't assassinate these two very well. Okay. Yeah, and then Leanna's just gonna heal that stuff up and throw down buffs. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, heals full, gives a lot of nasty buffs as well. So yeah, pretty much Epsilon is gonna have to run in here and do some stuff soon. Okay, so yeah, now the Diehard's going in and he's gonna try to assassinate the Yanni, which is probably gonna end up in his death. Oh, yep. Yeah, this is a super death. Yep, by Diehard. Yeah. And then Pollo goes down finally, and then it's a 3v1, but Kaguya is pretty much under shield, and she has Shrine Maiden, so even with Epsilon's like full damage, I doubt he could kill the Kaguya. Also, if Kaguya brought if Kaguya brought Heaven's Sanctions here, she could have just done. Now that's extremely bold. Oh, and it stunned her. Interesting. I didn't know she had a skill that stuns. Let's look into that. So, blue card, ultimate throw. Yeah, and she's gonna live this big time. Yep. Yeah, like the thing about Kaguya is she's just very tanky if you're running the correct setup. And yeah, this is gonna be a very dead Epsilon, because what Newbie, Valbar is gonna do is just pop that and then gonna attack with Kaguya, and that's gonna be a dead Epsilon pretty much. And then I'm probably gonna use ultimate throw or something. And then that's a very dead Epsilon. Oh wow, that whiffed. Well, it doesn't matter. Epsilon's 3C is down, and then this Azusa pretty much can't do anything to this Lightbringer. So yeah, I would say this match is pretty much over at this point. But we'll see if Newbie can pull something out of his hat. So yeah, another ultimate throw, and that's gonna finish her off. Yeah, and then Epsilon pretty much needs to 3v1 this, and I honestly don't think he can do that. Oh yeah, and this Liana has a... yeah. Okie doke, that's the first match. Let me just pull up my loading screen, and then I'll spectate the next one. 1 second. Let's see if I can... no, whatever, I'm not gonna look for that, because that's too much effort. In any case, let's see what's going on here. Okie doke. And let me just pull up the screen, PC. There we go. So, from the looks of it, nothing changed. Yeah, it doesn't look like any side box was used, so pretty much the same stuff's going down. Newbie, I think, kind of needs to reevaluate how to take down Valbar, because his team, I think, is... I'd say it doesn't have a lot of flexibility because it doesn't have a ton of utility. But, yeah, and I think what he just needs to do is kind of maybe fake out Valbar into a tough pick ban situation. Anyways, let's see what Newbie bans out this time. Oh wait, they haven't changed side boxes yet because we're just waiting for that. Anyways, we're on Gemini Bridge, which is a kind of interesting map because it has a lot of annoying quirks to it. Ooh, he's bringing in the Omega. Ooh boy, I hope he gets to deploy him. That'll be fun. Like, even with Omega and, like, the guard ignore and all that stuff, I don't think Omega can break through, like, a Shrine Maidens, like, Shrine Maidens or anything. Omega gets banned. Okay, so Lightbringer comes down, which isn't a huge surprise. And then, let's see what Newbie does this time. Okay, so McLean's banned and Kaguya's banned? Okay. This will be interesting. So I think Valbar's probably gonna pick up Gintoki now, or he's gonna pick up what's his name? Lost Him, because Lost Him can just go in and hit stuff turn 1 on this map, which makes him pretty annoying to deal with if you don't like running tanks. Okay, yeah, Lost Him is picked here, so I think at this point Newbie's probably gonna have to pick up Poliao if he doesn't want to get anything assassinated. Okay, let's see what's gonna go down. So Gintoki's banned, and then okay, Owen is picked up. Interesting. This is pretty interesting. I'm not too sure how this is gonna play out, because I have a feeling Valbar is probably just gonna go in and start assassinating stuff pretty quickly. But I think in this situation, maybe picking up something like Langrisser might be good, because she checks the Elwyn, and she can kind of deal with the what's his name, Archon. Yep, Langrisser's picked up here. So teleport support is gone, and same with Diehard, who has a lot of range. Yanni's banned, and then Gintoki's picked up here. Okay, I think that was a pretty good choice, and I think it was a bit of a mistake to ban out Diehard here, since Lost Him kind of checks him, since Lost Him has a lot of range on this map. Yeah, because leaving that Gintoki is going to be pretty nasty. Okay, so Poliao and that guy's banned, and then let's see who's picked up here. Because it looks like Valbar is going to be stuck with a double healer situation, which is not ideal. But Rosenseal's here, so Lightbringer will have a very long shelf life if she doesn't get like murdered by all these single target 5 buff dispellers. Okay, so she's picked up, and then Leanna's picked up. I think that was a pretty good pick based on what Valbar had left, because again, support as P2 is just really strong, so that'll give him opportunities to like throw in Lost Him and throw in like Act, and then throw in Lost Him in to get essentially a pick, maybe turn 1, and then just have Lost Him fly back. Oh yeah, sorry about that, Straw. There's a 2 in my name because I lost the account information for the first one. I'm a kind of a dingus, but it's all good. Leviathan. With Leviathan plus water, you should really fear your maidens, I guess. Because I think Leviathans are physical damage, so they wouldn't really be doing much to units running Shrine Maidens, so I guess. Like, even in those situations, I think it's still kind of iffy to get a kill on units with Shrine Maidens. Like, if you're using the water elementals who have magic damage, because usually mages have pretty high magic defense, and you're pretty much relying on your soldiers to get through all of them, and that can be hit or miss depending on your soldier training and your damage rolls. Now the damage up he gets. Even with that, I'd still be kind of hesitant to take that risk. Because with assassins, they're kind of one and done, and if you don't kill something with them, you're in hot water. But this should be a pretty interesting match, because what I can see happening is Archon just gets stunned, and then Newbie has to do something risky. Also, I wonder if this is a... Yeah, I think this is a Genius Staff Sherry. So yeah, that Sherry's probably going to get blown up fairly easily. Okay, and so Heavy Strike formation goes down on Archon, but I don't think even with that speed buff he can actually reach anything, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. So yeah, that is kind of blocked off, so that's not really going to happen. So yeah, Archon needs to be like kinda in a good position, but the thing is, Lost Him is in a Valbar is positioning in a very good way in that essentially he can throw and Lost Him here. Yeah, move Lost Him here, grapple here, move 2, take off Archon, basically Archon's first life, or just stun him and then move backwards if he really wanted to. Though that would be a bit of a risky play, and he might have to just blow his act again for that, which wouldn't be bad, I guess. Because then he could go in, grapple here, stun the Archon, take off his first life, grapple back, move back here, and then just act again with Liana, and then get him out of the range for when Archon comes. And then pretty much just wait for Lost and just get everything back in, but I think the Liana would have had to move right there to actually do that, so can't really do that at the moment. But yeah, this Archon is being kind of a threat, so Valbar can't play too recklessly. Well, this Sherry has 7 movement, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, well, 7, and then let's assume she has Genius Staff, so 1, 2, 3. So yeah, pretty good range, but don't think it's wholly useful in this situation. Oh, and he's not. Oh yeah, he's just running Air Slash. Okay. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see who gets first blood on this map. Yeah, because Archon can pretty much be a menace, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see Newbie actually getting like a pick in this situation because Lightbringer can just stand up in the front and kind of just block off anything he'd want to do. So ideally, well, essentially Archon pretty much need to just like swing around one of the sides to pull one of the enemies. Like, in honesty, okay, so yeah, he could still grapple and go there. I'm surprised he didn't actually grapple in, because he could have grappled here, grappled there, moved 2, and then stunned him, grappled back. Oh, yeah, that's a very dead Lost Him. Yeah, Valbar made a mistake. He really should have gone in on the Archon earlier. Because now Lost Him is dead for pretty much nothing. Yeah, and this is just easy kill. Yep, goes in, kills off Lost Him, heals back to full, and that's 1 for 0. And now he pretty much needs to have Lucretia carry, which is going to be kind of iffy. So yeah, Archon loses his first life, revives, gets that dispelled, and then I guess he could throw in the puppet against Archon, but honestly it'd just be better to just finish him off with Lightbringer. Yeah, that's a smart move. Okie doke. But yeah, I think this is still salvageable for Valbar, since he has so much support for the Lucretia at the moment, and basically everything Newbie has to go through Lightbringer unless it's Sherry, who I think at this point her main target is basically the puppet, since it's a pretty easy target. So yeah, Archon gets traded for Lost Him, but I feel like Valbar could have easily just stunned and took off the first life of the Archon without really putting his team in danger. So let me think. So yeah, let me look at this, because Sherry has basically 10 range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah. Even with that, like, even though Lost Him would have been in range of Sherry, he could have done a lot of damage to her, because lost time would have gone the counterattack range up and the damage up from his 3C, so yeah, that was just a big missed opportunity in my opinion. In any case, I think the main thing Valbar needs to look out for is the Sherry, since the Sherry in like pretty much any situation can just take out the puppet for free. So let's see if Sherry's actually in range for the puppet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So puppet's fine. So yeah, I think at this point, Valbar probably wants to just get an act again pick on the Sherry, if possible, because Elwyn, Ironblood, and Gintoki all need to go through Lightbringer, and Lightbringer's pretty much main purpose in this match is to eat damage, and that's pretty much it. If she can get a kit, oh cool, but she doesn't really need to be used for anything else. Yeah, and both Rosenseal and Leanna will pretty much be doing no damage. But Sherry's speed boost is going to wear off in a second. So there's that, and he's going to have to, Newbie's going to have to reapply the speed boost very soon. So see how that goes. Like, I think what might happen is Ironblood will just... Oh, the ability is still on cooldown, so I'll have to wait till my turn to do that. So yeah, it'll be very interesting, because I think what will happen in this match is either Newbie will go in either this turn or next turn to try to get a pick on the golem. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if that's a very good trade, because he still needs to go through the Lightbringer. Okay, so now Ironblood is blowing her act again, so she can reapply Mass Attack and Ironblood formation, so Gintoki will have be able to move 10 spaces, which is pretty nutty. Okay, so he's burning act again right now. I wonder why. Because I think he wants to apply more pressure on that Sherry, but I don't think that was the way to go about it. Yeah, because... Yeah. I'm wondering what Valbar is cooking right now. Because he pretty much blew his act again right now. So now he's going to be going back to P2. Because he already had turn priority since... okay, I see what's going on. So... I don't think that was the best idea. Because Gintoki's going to be able to act again and slap her hard. And she'll probably end up dying to Gintoki's AoE skill and follow up, because if Sherry dies here right now... Yeah, Sherry's very dead now. Oh, and she lives. Just barely, wow, okay, this is very bad. So Newbie can just go in and, wow, live with basically nothing. So what Newbie can do is just go in, shadow away the puppet from 3 range, and then go in and just kill off Lucretia, and it's pretty much over. Yeah, that was a very big mistake on Valbar's part. Yeah, because a Shadow Ray, it'll... What? Sherry's gonna die. What the heck? Oh, okay, she has Revival Coin. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't kill Sherry. Okay, but Lucretia's very dead now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very surprised the Crescia didn't kill off the Sherry. Yeah, like... Yeah. I think if Valbar used, instead of using Dark Reaper on Sherry, might have wanted to use her 3C, because I don't think that Sherry was running Overlord's Badge, since pretty much all Sherrys nowadays run Genius Staff and... Yeah, Genius Staff and, whatchamacallit... Genius Staff and Twilight Star. And... Let me get this back online. Okay, here we go. Okay, so basically we're watching for sidebox stuff at the moment, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, you really need to take calculated risks in this meta. And... Oh, Newbie swapped in Kyura. That's interesting. Also, hello Venorian. Nice seeing you here. But yeah, I think... Yeah, it can just be a bit tricky to get all these risky plays. Plus, you don't know how well... Okay, so it looks like... Yeah, it looks like, whatchamacallit. So, Valbar changed up his strategy entirely, wow. So now he's going Rush AoE against Newbie, who's P2, who won't be able to get to do that. That's kind of funny. So let's see what's going on here. So yeah, be pretty interesting to see what Valbar picks up here, since pretty much he has a lot of rush support, and he also lost Neo Zerda. So Neo Zerda is banned out on... Yeah. Huh. Val got me with a switch in last... Oh yeah, ha! Yeah, full change up. Very funny. That's why you kind of want to... Well... Yeah, it can be interesting to see, like, a boss completely switch on you. Oh, and Yanni's picked up first. That's interesting. So yeah, I think Valbar is pretty much going to work to exploit basically all the Act Again stuff on his team at the moment. We'll see how that plays out, because his team does have a lot of Act Agains on it, but not 100% sure if it'll be super effective. This is going to be very funny. Okay, so Newbie's picking up Iron Blood here. I'm very interested to see if Valbar is actually going to pick up SP Matthew here, because that would actually be a pretty good pick, especially against Newbie's team. So Polyao and Kyura are banned out, so that gives Valbar a little bit more flexibility with throwing stuff around. Excuse me. And then yeah, let's see who Valbar's gonna pick up next. Oh, he's picking up his own Polyao. This will be interesting. So yeah. I don't think that was... Okay, Gintoki is actually a pretty good ban, and same with the Die Hard. And so Gintoki's picked up on Newbie's side. I think that's pretty much gonna tell Valbar to go pick up SP Matthew, since SP Matthew can pretty much prevent Newbie from getting any of those stacks. Also, he does a lot of damage. But I'm also interested to see how Return to the Past will interact with the portal because, well, he'll act again, and then he'll be on the portal, and then he returns to the past, and I'll throw him onto the portal again, I think, or it might throw him all the way back to the first portal. Anywho, I'll be interested to see how that plays out. Okay, so Iron Blood is picked up here. Pretty good. Okay, so yeah, he'll be at the second portal. That's what I thought. Whatever, it's still a fun interaction. And there goes SP Matthew. Bye-bye, SP Matthew. It was fun while knowing you. And then, is Newbie gonna pick up... Okay, he's gonna pick up not Omega, Wedham here. Pretty good pick, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen Yanni's interaction with Omega, because I'd never field Omega, except for the 5th challenge battle for the current event. Okay, so he's using Juggler as pretty much a sacrifice to Wedham, or Iron Blood, or pretty much anything, because, yeah. So yeah, now Valbar is left with Emperoraries and Lost Him, who... Not too sure if this is going to be great for him, so I think here Valbar is going to just ban out either, Archon and probably Epsilon here. Well, actually probably not Epsilon, I don't know. Oh yeah, Archon and Epsilon, yeah, makes sense. Because you'd have to deal with that annoying revive on Archon, and then Epsilon would just get his shield and get all the heals and stuff. Though, I'm interested to see who Newbie will pick. Pick up Omega, please. He'll be funny. Dang, he picked up Warner. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see what happens here. So yeah, pretty much for this box, what I see happening is Valbar is probably going to try to get into a situation where he can throw in a Polial and just stun one or two units on Newbie's side. Newbie is probably going to just rely on Gintoki to carry him, while Wedham and the rest of his team try to pick up at least 1 or 2 kills. And Newbie is probably going to, like, I think Newbie is going to have an issue dealing with the Yanni, because, or the Annie, whatever you want to call her. And yeah, I think she's going to have his assassins are going to have some issues with her. Polial has her revive, which is going to be kind of a pain to deal with. And then Juggler is probably going to just 3C in and die immediately, which that's what jugglers mostly do nowadays. And then what else? Iron Blood, I'll be interested to see what she does, and yeah. I'm also interested to see how Valbar is going to position his units turn 1, because depending on what he does, he'll probably be in range for a Wedham to just come in if Newbie's Wedham has Spirit Boots, and then Wedham can probably just one-shot one of his units, potentially, depending on if Polial brought guard or not. Okay, so Polial did bring guard this time. So let's see what's going on here. So, pretty standard for AoE Juggler. Lostum is bringing the regular speedy stuff. Okay. So Lostum got speed boosted, and now I'm pretty sure you can just run up here and go and like one-shot something, and then provoke the wrath of the Gintoki. And then there's Yanni, who can do some stuff. Okay, so this Warner is probably going to be in defensive stance. So yeah, Valbar can pretty much still ignore that if he just use whatchamacallit, Furious Duel, because that will just stun him, and then Warner will have won't be able to counterattack, and that'll be still be a very dead Warner. Also, I'm interested to see why he brought Faceless instead of whatchamacallit, the Sansi Mercenaries, because Sansi's would be doing a lot more damage than Faceless in this situation. Maybe he doesn't have a Twilight Star on Lost Him, so that might be it. So yeah, Polio has pretty much standard stuff. Her main, if he can get a good like 3C on Newbie's team, it'll be over for Newbie. And then Juggler's here to just pretty much die. Annie will try to just blow stuff up. Be interesting to see what she does, to be honest. Like, the main thing about Annie right now is that she's probably Valbar's main Gintoki killer at this point. And then lost him, but she's gonna have a lot of competition. Well, a lot of things to worry about since Newbie's entire team can assassinate her. And I'm also interested to see if Newbie's gonna move his Iron Blood up one space and speed boost his team, because if he does, then I believe this lost him. Just go in, grapple here, move here, and then okay, so portals are finally going down, I guher the thing about Annie is that her portals are good at covering a specific area for some time, but not really doing much else. Because in reality, all she can do is like cover 7 spaces from this portal, or 7 spaces from this portal. Okay. So this lost him can't really do much though. This lost him can go in and kill the Annie if he really wanted to risk it. Interesting. So he goes in, Furious Duels, and then stuns the Werner and kills him, I believe. Oh, barely whiffs it. I think if Lost him was using whatchamacallit, Sansi's, he wouldn't die. Also, that's why Valbar placed the portal there. But yeah, that's still a very kind of useless Warner, to be honest. Because this turn, next turn, Juggler can just run in and dump his AoE on him. I'll be really interested to see what Valbar decides to do with his Juggler, because at this point I don't think this Juggler is really doing much. Because Wedham can go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pretty much anywhere here, and then he can just dump his 3C and then do a lot of annoying things. But also, this lost him is pretty much not going to be able to do anything for a little bit. So yeah. It's really a shame that lost him wasn't able to do this. Well, one-shot the Werner, because that would have just been a free free kill. Yeah, and I still think with using Sansi's in this situation, he would have been able to one-shot the Werner, because Sansi, well, all infantry gain has the overrun tactics, which increase damage against units with less than 100 HP, while assassins have the tech that only does extra damage if the enemy is at full HP, which Twilight Star pretty much negates. Yeah, I completely agree, Meow. I think Valbar wasn't paying enough attention, or just wasn't thinking about that interaction. So yeah, I think that actually might cost Valbar the match, because both teams are super fast. Because once the first kill goes down, things are gonna start getting messy. And honestly, Werner is kind of like a low priority kill for Valbar anyway, since he was a turn 4 pick. But also he would have been a free kill. So yeah. Anyways, that Werner is going to be pretty much useless for 2 turns, because he has to cleanse the stun and then he needs to get back into attack stance before he can actually do anything useful. So it's not terrible, I suppose, but still not great. I'm just kind of thinking. Also, can this Annie hit him? I think she might be able to. So Annie moves 1, 2. Oh wait, she can definitely not hit him from here. So 1, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a shame. Ooh-doo-doo-boo. Ooh-doo-doo. So yeah, turn 2 is down, and somebody's running out of bonus time. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Oh, I find it funny that oh, never mind. Personally, I think Newbie has the better skin on Iron Blood, but that's just me. Other than that, I really do enjoy this silly Juggler skin, but the thing is, I've pretty much stopped using Juggler. And honestly, when I pick up skins, it's generally for units that I use, or use a lot, or are in my main Apex box, which, yeah. And then I believe this is the Echo of Light skin for Polial. And then I wonder if Valbar picked up the other Echo of Light skin for Lugner, though he might not have. Kind of interested to build him up, mold Lugner up. Seems like he'd be pretty fun to run against, say, like a Turtle Box, since you can just throw on debuffs from across the map without doing anything. But yeah, I'm having some trouble thinking of what Valbar can really do in this situation, because Wedum is pretty much going to go in and kill something once the fog gets closer. Yeah, and then Polial's 3C range is going to just keep decreasing until it's at 3 range, which is, yeah, not great. Oh, and Wedum gets a freaking breeze. Good luck, Valbar, you're gonna need it. Because now Wedum has effectively 13 range at the moment. Especially, yeah, he effectively has 13 range, so he can pretty much go in whenever he wants. Yeah, and Annie's portal stuff isn't gonna really be useful for now. So what I guess she could do is kind of try to reset her talent so she can throw down the portals again, but she's gonna lose her speed buff. So yeah, so Oracle 1, 2, 3, and then she can use the extra move to get in there if she really wanted to, though I don't think he's gonna do that. Excuse me. So yeah, pretty much Newbie has the control of the entire map. And I guess what Valbar is waiting for now is probably for Grapple to get back off cooldown so he can start killing things again. Because what? Oh, Grapple's going down. Something's gonna get stunned or killed. So yeah, Furious Duel is thrown in, and then I wonder who's he's actually gonna target here. I think the smartest one, yeah, would be to do that. Stun the Juggler. And wow, that is sad. That's a very dead Juggler. And now he's just gonna teleport back, and there's nothing Valbar can really do to respond. And yeah, now Wedum pretty much has free range on Newbie's entire team, which is very unfortunate. And I think this is pretty much over, because now Newbie can just throw in Wedum, kill off one of the 3 main damage dealers, and Valbar really can't do anything to respond. And yeah, Warner's going to continue to be useless. But yeah, that's kind of just the issue with Juggler at the moment. He is not squishy at all. Well, he is not tanky at all. And pretty much anything can kill him at this point. Oh yeah, and that's very dead. No, that's very alive. Lost him because he's probably using, whatchamacallit, last rites. But yeah. Now, Wedham can pretty much go in and hit this Annie if he really, really wanted to. Or he can not, I don't really know. But Newbie pretty much has full control of the map, and I personally think... Okay, yeah. So Werner's going, Wedham's going in. He can pretty much ignore the Annie, to be honest. Or, looks like he's going to kill the Annie. So yeah, very dead Annie now. Goodbye, Annie. Honestly, I think he could have taken that with just an auto attack. He takes a bit of damage, but he's just going to pretty much heal all the way back up. And then, yeah, that's a 2-for-0 trade. Wowie. Yeah, I personally don't think the Annie needed... Yeah, I don't think the Annie needed to get hit by the Calamity. Okay, so I think... Yeah, that's a very dead what. Lost him, and now, yeah, now Gintoki's just gonna go in and slaughter her. And Valbar will essentially be down 3-1. So yeah. Very good. Yeah. I think this... Well, honestly, I don't know if Valbar could have done this... done this even better, even if he was able to one-shot the Werner, because yeah, I think Juggler was fundamentally just a not good pick. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, Valbar pretty much has 3 units to, well, 2 units to Newbie's 2, and a lot of their cooldowns are down, and I'll be interested to... Okay, I don't think this is gonna... Okay, now that killed. Okay, but now he still needs to get through Newbie's entire team, which will not be easy, since Newbie has just so much going on for him at the moment that I don't think he'll be able to do much. Yeah, clutch this out. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna heal that up. Oh, let's see, because I'm pretty sure Lost Him can still... Yeah, he can just go in, grapple here, and then kill off the Warner for free, and then grapple back. And then, if he does that, he'll still have turn advantage, so... Yeah, so that's a very dead Warner. And stab, and... Yep, dead Warner. Bye, Warner. And yeah, now he can just grapple back to the portal and pretty much be safe. But the thing is, at the moment is, well, the main issue right now is Newbie pretty much outranges Valbar. Boom. Because, yeah, Newbie still has the range. Yeah, Newbie outranges Valbar because he has the act again still up, and then that's a very dead Iron Blood commander. And then she still has one more turn on her speed boost, and then Lost Him has one skill up, and his grapple will be back next turn, but he still needs to deal with at least 2 units, and I think he won't be able to... We'll be close, but I don't think he'll be able to clutch it out. So yeah, the sword goes down here, so... Yeah, and I think both Iron-Blooded probably can't survive a hit from Lost Him, though I think Lost Him might still be able to kite kite out Valbar, so it's gonna be pretty close. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens here. Yeah, I think... Yeah, if... Well, let's see. Yeah, everything is pretty much on cooldown, so... Yeah, it looks like Valbar is going to get in to initiate on Newbie. However, I think Newbie can pretty much kill off Valbar on a counterattack, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, so grapple goes down. Looks like he's going to try to assassinate somebody and then grapple back. Yeah, I'd probably aim for the Wedem, just because Wedem has more range. But it's not guaranteed that Valbar will get this kill. Because... Okay, so yeah. So, very... Oh, and he whiffs the kill. That's very unfortunate. And so, yeah, he's gonna just grapple back there, which... Yeah, not much you can do that. I do not know why he didn't use 3C. I think he wanted to... Yeah, I think he wanted to save the 3C for Wedem, but if he wanted to do that, he could have just used it now. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I think that was a mistake. He really should have used 3C. That 3C would definitely have killed that. And yeah, now he's just getting majorly threatened, and there's not much he can do. Yeah, just like a single auto attack will finish off Lost him. And yeah. Yeah, he got really greedy there. Yeah. So... Valbar does have one more turn for... to like grapple on the mountains and then slap Newbie with a stun, but he's running out of space and Newbie's just kiting around him now. So Valbar really needs to go in and really he needs to go in, or he needs to pray to get a... Ooh, now that's spicy. Okay, and now he can move 1, 2, and or 1 and stun the Wedem right here. Yeah, which he does. So that blows him up, but that barely does enough damage to... Yeah, that only kills the werewolves. So yeah. And now I believe... Okay, so he's just gonna teleport back. So yeah, he's just gonna keep kiting, but I think that's kind of a mistake because Iron-Blooded has her act again right now. So if he... Honestly, I think that was a mistake. He probably should have gone there. Should have gone, yeah. Should have gone here instead. Because even if he moved, if Valbar moved here, 1, 2, 3, I guess that doesn't really matter because Iron-Blood can 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so yeah, he can hit him. Though this might be a bit tricky since Iron-Blooded might get just one shot from the counterattack. Okay. Yep, the auto attack, the assassin animation was just too good. Yeah, unfortunately he can't teleport in with that now. Yeah, and Air Slash is back up. Yeah, he's just out of range on the Lost him. So Lost him can go 1, 2, 3 and hit Newbie, but I think this might kill off. No, this is not going to kill him off. But the thing is, Newbie does not have animation. Oh. What he can do is 3C right here. Yeah, act again, heal up, and then throw down Annihilation, and this can be over. So yeah, Valbar pretty much ran out of time on this. So, act again. And then he might be... Yeah, this is probably gonna end Valbar. And yep, that's very dead. Lost him, and that was a lot closer than I thought. But yeah, good job to both players. I was very surprised on how everything turned out. And yeah, congrats to Newbie for winning, and better luck next time, Valbar. But yeah, thanks for the great match, and thanks for joining, everyone. I'm gonna call it there, and I will get this posted to the Discord channel as soon as I can. Alright, thanks for joining, everyone. Bye-bye.